for me, the majority of the people, I mean, going back to the first question you raised about everybody appearing in the statistics as Muslims. That is the issue we've been fighting against for many years now, and it keeps going on. And no matter, if you have millions of people speaking out saying that they're atheists, they're secularists, they still, it goes into national statistics as Muslims, Christians. That is an issue we should carry on with. But for me, I think the majority of people, I just want to talk about how we can draw the people mobilized for our movement. I think for me, the majority of people, no matter what their religious views are, like if we're talking about Muslims, they are victims. We're talking about the majority. And if you want to draw those, you have to go from the certain specific, very clear-cut reference points. For a very long time, the force which has been confronting Islamism has been a right-wing, anti-immigrant, racist movement, which has had the upper hand. But in the past few years, thanks to works like Mina's work, Maryam Namazi, and the humanist organizations and secularist organizations in Europe and in the UK, the initiative is being now taken over by us. And when I say us, I think I consider ourselves the upholders of that reference point. We have come to this fight from the standpoint of human rights, of the human being, against discrimination against women, against anybody who wants to infringe free thought, free speech. And these are fundamental from the equality of people, being intensely anti-discriminatory. And if you have any other position, you won't be able to draw that mass of the population who may still have religious views. There are many people, and it is very important to make this distinction. When we say one law for all, we are saying, we're not saying, we are reacting against Sharia law, which is given positive preference for a community, because that's how the right wing would interpret it. We are saying one law for all, that equal rights for all, because we want to protect all those people who are voiceless, who have been oppressed, who are repressed every day in those communities. And because they have been labeled as if they are Muslim, or they have come from a country which unfortunately have a name which identifies them as a Muslim, and for example, with the faith discourse and the Sharia law, introduction of Sharia law, the attempts were made to say, okay, as a woman, okay, we agree, you are a woman, you have escaped from those Islam-infested, stricken countries, but now we are going to give you your special laws, You should be tried in courts according to Islamic laws, because that's your culture, that's where you come from. These are the things we are up against. And I think this is really important to realize what we represent. You can't confront Islamism from the point of another religion. You can't confront it from the point of view of racism, anti-immigrant. If somebody personally asks me difference between religions, I say, yes, there is a difference. I abhor Islam, actually. I abhor it. And I think because it is not as, I agree, all religions, in my view, they are all reactionary, anachronistic, very backward, and they are at odds, incompatible for human rights. They're dogmas which have remained exactly the same. The Christianity, the Jewish religion, Islam, all have remained the same. But you can also see the differences. You can see in Islam, there are very strong anti-gender things. We are talking about apostasy. It's extremely brutal and violent in Islam. But again, if you want to confront it, you can't say we start a movement of enlightenment to change people's minds. No, we have to confront those forces, not the ordinary people, those forces which are institutions, governments, states with thousands of billions of dollars behind them, who are protecting their own interests for political reasons. We have to fight him on their own terms, in the middle ground. That is why it's a political fight. And that is the only way, in my view, that we can draw that mass of the population who are victims, who are on our side.
Is somebody up in the gallery who wanted to speak? Oh, right, yes.
Just a quick comment. I want to agree with Bahram. We have to be extra cautious not to go down the road of the racists, the right wing, BNP, who target and say Islam is, the unique evil and the Quran is the only evil in the world. All religions have this problem. Yes, Islam, without doubt, is the major problem in the world today. But it was only the Enlightenment and a long period of pushing back religion in the West that has forced Christianity into this position. We were talking about the texts. Yes, the Quran is intrinsically misogynistic, homophobic and all that, but have you read the Old Testament? It's a different situation, and Christianity has been pushed back, but it's counterproductive and I think intellectually dishonest to just go after, say uniquely Islam is the only evil. All religions have that potential, and we have to push for secularism. It is unrealistic to say we are going to get rid of religion. Everyone here would agree we would love to get rid of religion, but we have to push for secularism and push back Islam as Christianity has been pushed back.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, friends, I think it is time to draw this session to a close because it's 1 o'clock, gone 1 o'clock, and we must regretfully, in some ways, say goodbye to this panel, but very happily think about lunch.